Anne-Marie. Thank you so much for having me. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about dreams. There's lots of different types of dreams. There's dreams like when you're sleeping and you're being chased and all of a sudden you go, and you wake up. I'm not going to talk to you about those types of dreams. There's aspirational dreams. Maybe you want to start a business or you want to start a family. Maybe you want to be a professional athlete. I'm not going to talk to you about how to get there. The dreams I'm going to talk to you about are more deeply rooted inside of you. You might even be afraid of them, probably because you're meant to do them. I'm not going to tell you how to get there. I'm going to tell you what to do when those dreams seem like they're under attack, when you've got obstacles in front of you. Maybe you have a physical injury, you've hurt your knee, and you're not sure, how am I going to get back from that? The rehab looks really tough. I don't know if I can do that. Or maybe your injury is through somebody else's words. Maybe they're saying, you're not good enough, you're not fast enough, you're not strong enough. This person over here, they don't have to try as hard. They're way more capable than you. So my question to you is, how are you going to answer the lies that come against your dream? What are you going to say? How are you going to respond? You know, Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. His coach said, you're not going to have to play here. So what did he do? He decided, I'm going to work really hard. And I'm going to prove to that coach that I do belong here. And he not only proved it to that coach, he proved it to the entire world. Everybody knows Michael Jordan is good at basketball. Michael Jordan, basketball. He proved everybody wrong, the whole world. Here's the lie that my husband and I were told about our daughter when she was 1. She'll never be able to do that. That was pretty devastating to hear. That's not the whole story, though. It's just a part of the story. So I'm going to back up, and I'm going to tell you how we got there. This is the best day of our life. It's the day our daughter, Reagan, was born. You want to know what my husband and I's dreams were? Here we go. Get married? Check. Start a business? Check. By the way, somebody very close to me said, you'll never be good at real estate. Don't ever do that. What a waste of time and money to go get your real estate license. You'll never be good in sales. I'm one of the top agents in our city. We also wanted to start a family, and that was not checked immediately. We went through years of infertility and to doctors. I had surgery, lots of medication. The lie that I was told in my head, what's wrong with your body? You're supposed to be able to have kids. That's what women do. Your husband, he's probably really disappointed in you. Of course, that wasn't true. So I'll never forget, just driving down our street, and I'm on the phone with my husband, Rob, and I'm like, hey, what do you want to do? Do you want to be pregnant, or do you want to be parents? And we determined, hey, we want to be parents. So we shut the door on all the fertility treatments, and we pursued adoption. We were matched with a family pretty quickly, and this is literally the best day of our life. It's the day that she was born, and we're elated, so happy. And we bring her home. This is the 3rd day of her life. We are on cloud 999. Like the congratulations, they're pouring in through social media and texts and phone calls. We've had tons of people on this journey with us. It has taken us a long time to get here. And you can just see how elated we are in that picture. If this was a fairy tale, it would end right here. And we would live happily ever after. But then the next day happened, and our dream took a little bit of a detour. I don't know if you know this, but when babies are born, here in the state of Florida, they do a series of tests. They test your hearing, they draw blood, they test at least 50 different disorders to see if there's something that's wrong. And that's the phone call that I was receiving from the state of Florida. The woman on the other line, she said, I am so sorry to have to give you this message, but your baby is really sick. And I was like, that girl? She's not sick. She's got 10 fingers, 10 toes. She said, no, she is. She has a really rare disorder. It's called glutaric acidemia type 1. And I was like, what now? What is that? I don't know what you're saying. How do you spell that? She goes, oh, you definitely don't want to Google that. the internet is not where you want to find out that information, and it's scary. I'm so sorry to have to tell you this. I just felt like all of our congratulations, they turned to condolences. And my husband walks by and he sees that I'm on the phone, and he sees my face, and I'm like, something's wrong. Something's wrong with our baby girl. That's what she's saying. She says she has some weird disorder. I don't know what it is. It was like I was just punched in the gut. And all of our dreams and everything that we worked so hard to get to and to attain, they're all just being taken out and just like dust out of our house. The woman continued and she said, we've made an appointment for you at Nemours. You need to be there at 9 a.m. on Monday. They'll be waiting for you. So we go to that appointment, and it's confirmed she has the disorder. And they said, okay, so here's what we do. Just try not to let her get sick for the first 2 years of her life. And I'm like, she's a baby, and babies get sick. This is just normal stuff. Yeah, but it can be really devastating. The way the disorder works is when they do get sick, they can have irreversible brain damage. So I'm a little freaked out. I mean, I wish I could tell you that we just were like, all right, we got this. 2 years, here we go, no sickness. But that's not true. I mean, we were terrified. But, you know, we're like, all right, we'll do our very best. And I'm just going to show you this video. This is her at around 10 months old. She's doing everything she's supposed to. She's starting to walk. She's talking a little bit, meeting all of the milestones she's supposed to at all the right times. And this was a great day. This day, not so great. This picture is the start of the worst time in her life. So Reagan got sick, and I called the doctor, and I'm like, hey, she's sick, she's got a fever. She said, go to the emergency room. I'll call in advance. The way this disorder works is it can go downhill really quickly. So we arrive at Arnold Palmer, and I'm like, hi, we're the Wurzels. We've got our daughter Reagan here. You might have been called about her. They said, oh yes, right this way. And they rushed us back. The waiting room was full, and it really didn't matter because everybody knew this girl, she's got priority. So these photos right here, side by side, my husband and I just literally praying, God, please do not let what this disorder can do, please don't let that happen for us. Like, we don't want to go down that path. I'm terrified of that, and that's my biggest fear. Please don't let that happen. So we're in the hospital for about 8 days, and then they said, okay, like, you can go now. You're good. And we thought, wow, like, we beat it. She's going to be fine. And we went home, and we were home for 2 days, and she took a nap, and she got up from her nap and started playing, and she started taking her first 2 steps to me. She just took 1 step, she took another step, and then she collapsed to the ground. And my husband's like, Emery, she fell. Get her up, get her up. I pick her up, and she's totally limp. And she's gazing a million miles away. We didn't have to say anything to each other. We just looked at each other and said, is this what they talked about? Like, thinking in our heads. So she takes an ambulance ride. And this is what happened in 12 hours. That's the last photo that we took of her before she collapsed. An hour after that photo, she took her first 2 steps to me. And that was 12 hours later at Arnold Palmer. And what the disorder is known to do is exactly what it did. It damaged an entire part of her basal ganglia, and now we were special needs parents. These 2 photos are taken just 2 weeks apart. The one with her cup, I remember the day. It was awesome. We were in our backyard. It was a breezy March day, and we were playing fetch with the dog, and she was saying, a ball, a dog, mommy, daddy. And the other photo is us walking around the lake at Arnold Palmer, and it was so bright that day, but she couldn't turn her head. She didn't have the strength to turn her head. And that's how we got on the other end of this sentence. She'll never be able to do that. So my husband and I are smart. We're both successful business owners. We graduated from UCF. We said, you know what, we're gonna have a meeting with every doctor on her case. The neurologist, the geneticist, the GI doctor, the doctor in ICU over her case, and the head hospital guy over everybody. And we started asking questions, and the neurologist was real confident that she would never do anything. So hey, do you think she'll ever walk again? No. All right, well, do you think she'll ever talk again? No. All right, Doc, do you think that she'll ever learn? Probably not. It's like, all right, well, how about smile? Like, do you think she'll smile again? Maybe. I don't really know. It was so devastating. The other doctors in the room, they really wouldn't give us definitives one way or the other. But the one guy, the head guy over everybody, who had multiple PhDs, he said, you know what? I have a resident right now. And his parents were told similar things because he had a brain injury at about your daughter's age. And the doctors told those parents, don't expect much. I'm going to his wedding next weekend, and he's going to be a doctor. And I was like, wow, okay, so I'm going to hold on to that little bit of hope right there. Because leaving the hospital, we didn't have much. And this is what I realized in that moment. There's dream crushers, and there's dream builders. And they're lining everybody's path on the way to their dreams. And you're that person on somebody else's path, dream crusher or dream builder. Is there a kid in your school who maybe is a little bit weird? Maybe they walk a little funny, or they talk a little funny. It takes them a while to figure out what they want to say. How do you respond to that? Do you say, what's wrong with you? Why can't you talk? Why do you walk weird? Or do you say, it's okay. Take your time. I'll wait. Let's get it out. What do you want to say? I also realized, we both did, that the determination to overcome the obstacles in front of you, it resides inside of you. We had no idea how much determination our 1-year-old had, and she had quite a bit. This video is our first month home after her brain injury. I showed you that other video so that you knew what we were up against. She has a hard time lifting her head. She cannot coordinate her body. Like, she is completely uncoordinated because of her brain injury. I imagine that she's pretty frustrated because she just took her first 2 steps a month ago. She was walking with fingertips before. And so this is the path that we're on. She's frustrated, I'm sure, but wait till you see how determined she was. Here's some dream builders on our path. There's 4 ladies right here trying to figure out what's the best walker for this child. How can we get her to walk again? I don't need dream crushers on my team. I got these dream builders. A few months after her brain injury, she started standing. She pulled herself up to stand. She's not walking yet, but hey, we didn't even know that this was going to be possible. In 1 year after her brain injury, she went to preschool. Hey doc, is she ever going to learn again? No? You're wrong. She's learning. She's going to preschool, and she has a smile on her face too. A year and a half later, she decides, I'm going to try and walk on my own. Now, she's falling a lot. And what I want you to know is that falling isn't failing. It's part of the path on the way to your dream. She wants to walk, but look how many times she gets up after she falls. Can you get the next slide, please? Okay, in 2 years, we decided, you know what, we're going to go back to Arnold Palmer. And she's walking at this point. We're going to walk around that lake that we cried so many tears around that we could probably fill it up. And if you look at my husband and I, we're actually smiling. Like, it was so devastating, I didn't even know that we were going to be able to smile again. But here we are doing it. In 3 years, we're here at the beach, having a great time. She's like building a sandcastle for our dog, smiling. I mean, she's doing amazing. Is she ever gonna walk? Yeah, she's walking. She's starting to run too. In 4 years after her brain injury, this is her now, she's in kindergarten. She's learning how to read. She's doing math. And I don't know if you've seen a more confident strut from a 5-year-old. And the reason is because we put tons of dream builders on her path. She's got tons of confidence because she's had to overcome so much. So here's what I want you to know. The problems and the obstacles that might come in your path, the only way to get through them is to endure. And I know that that doesn't sound fun, but that's the only way that you're going to overcome whatever obstacle is in front of you. Endurance gives you these 3 qualities: perseverance, strength, and character. There's no way you're going to have perseverance if everything is a cakewalk. No, you have to endure. You have to get perseverance. You acquire it. You know, we were over here with no hope, and we decided, hey, we're determined, we're going to endure. So we endure, and we persevere, and then we have a little bit of strength. We're feeling, okay, got this. I got some strength. It's building my character. And character brings hope. Do you want to know why I have hope for where I'm going? Because over here I didn't have any. But through enduring, persevering, I have strength, I have character, I have hope for the future. The cool thing about hope is it doesn't disappoint you. I don't know where we're going, but we've already come farther than they ever thought. So I am super excited about what she's going to continue to do. I don't know what your dreams are, but whatever obstacle comes in front of you, just determine in your mind and in your heart that you're going to endure it, you're going to go through it, you're going to persevere, you're going to get strong. Don't give up on your dream. The last video is of her climbing a ladder, and I'm super proud, because as soon as she was able to walk, she wanted to climb this ladder at the playground. And remember, falling isn't failing. She fell a ton of times over 3 years, and we had her helping her up, and she would fall on top of us. But she gets to the top, and she's like, I did that on my own. I did that. Because that girl knows what it means to be determined and have strength and persevere. She had hope she was going to get to the top of her dream right there. She'll never be able to do that. I say watch her. And when somebody tells you, hey, you're never going to be able to do that, you're not smart enough, you're not fast enough, you don't come from the right background, you don't have enough money, you walk weird, you talk weird, you're never going to be able to do that. You know what you tell them? Watch me. Thank you for your time.